When using the Magnum Pre-Drill assembly, it is necessary to get the hinge mortise correct so that the holes will be in the right spot. So here we have a fresh door and a jamb. We're going to mortise a hinge mortise. In order for the pre-drill assembly to put the holes in the right spots, the mortise needs to be 1 1/8 inches from the front of the jamb to the back of the mortise, and 1 1/8 inches from the front of the door to the back of the jamb. And we can measure that with a small scale. Your pre-drill assembly will come with a spacer block that'll look similar to this. It's got a 1 1/4 inch space in the middle. We can put that between the door and the jamb, push that up. That gives us 1 1/4 inches between the door and the jamb. With the 1 1/8 here, the 1 1/8 here, that should add up to 3.5 inches. And your hinge should fit exactly in there when the spacer block is put in. There should be no play in the spacer block and no gap either here along this edge or along this edge of the hinge. So if the mortise is not correct, if you do not have your 1 1/8, then 1 1/8, and with the spacer block the hinge doesn't fit, then we'll need to adjust the butt router to make that fit. So there are two methods for controlling the distance from the edge of the jamb into the back and the edge of the door to the back of the mortise. All right? The primary method is called the turret stops. So this is the turret, the stop turret, and these are the stop bolts. The ones at the bottom right now are the ones that are controlling the mortise. So as we pull this forward into the door, this bolt here stops it to control the depth from the edge of the door to the back of the mortise. This bolt on the back side goes back and it touches the stop to control the depth from the edge of the jamb to the back of the mortise. Right? So if the mortise is greater than 1 1/8 in the door, you would adjust this bolt. You would lengthen this bolt so that it would shorten the mortise. And the same with the distance into the jamb. You adjust the one on the bottom in the back to adjust that. The alternate method is called a flat jamb attachment. This will allow you to adjust the mortise even if you have no stop on the jamb. Some customers prefer to use this method. So on this one, when you pull it forward into the door, this bolt will control how far into the door the mortise goes. When you push it back, the bolt on the back will control how far back into the jamb it goes. So once we're comfortable that the mortise is correct, we can bring the pre-drill over. There is a latch release right here. We lift that up just like we do with the butt router. Allow that to come down. Index it to the same location that we indexed the butt router to, the same stop block. Pull it forward a little bit so it gets in front of the jamb and drops down. Clamp the door. Then we can start the motor. And pre-drill the holes. Now we can put the hinge in the pocket and see that the holes line up with the holes in the hinge.